Hey, what's up guys, it's Moonfyye here, and today I'm going to be playing some Final Fantasy 16. So I'm going to be continuing playing some Final Fantasy 16 today, and I'm going to be picking up from where we left off last time. The last time we played this, we got to fight Bahamut with Joshua by our side. It was actually really cool because we got to see Clive and Joshua do a polymerization and become a really strong version of Ifrit. And unfortunately, we got to see a lot of people die in last week's video. Those people include Dion, his dad, and Olivier, who was disguised as Ultima, along with Clive's mom. So those characters are gone now, unfortunately, and I do wish Clive's mom had some more development instead of just basically ending it all right there. Regardless though, the current mission we are doing right now is called Things Fall Apart, and we have to go speak to Otto. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way to Otto. Whoa, everything looks so weird. Also, the other thing that I forgot that happened is the blight is basically getting worse. Everything looks so strange. Ooh, I wonder if there's any new equipment. At a quick glance, I don't see anything I want. I will buy some potions because I do need potions. Anyways, I didn't necessarily see anything to buy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way over here. Oh my gosh, everything looks so depressing. Aww. This music, by the way, with the soft piano, absolutely beautiful. I love it. Look at how different everything looks.
Mother, save us.
Might be hard now there's only one.
Then we're all doomed.
That's crazy. This is so sad. Aww. I just feel so bad for these people. Alrighty, well here is Otto, so I'm gonna go ahead and speak to him now.
Making them skies then.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Honestly, it's super crazy to think that it's because of Clive that all of these crystals are going to become obsolete because they're destroying the sources of it. And the Blight is slowly moving in more and more with that being said. Their actions are basically having some very big impact in the world. Is Joshua here? Oh yeah, there he is. He's just sleeping. Who is this? Oh, Dion isn't dead. Would you look at that? They're both just sleeping here.
The injuries suffered by both your brother and the prince were bad enough. But that wound above Joshua's heart is unlike anything I've ever seen. Were he not a dominant, I fear he would have succumbed to it long ago.
That's so interesting. I genuinely thought Dion was dead. Like, he seemed like he was dead. Did he not? That's crazy. I mean, I'm glad he's alive, for sure. And I'm glad that they're both recovering right now. Anyways, I'm here at the next marker, and that is to talk to Hippocrates. And yeah, let's go ahead and continue.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive is so nice to Hippocrates. Hippocrates has done so much for Clive and just really everyone here at the Hideaway. And he's just thankful of the fact that he's been able to provide so much information. I just find that so sweet that he basically is like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it if you're not like up to date with all this information. Because it's not been available. The books were gone. So yeah, it's just kind of nice. He's just like, yeah, it's no biggie. Anyways, here's Otto and Jill. Oh, hi, Jill. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk to them and see what they want.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Okie dokie, so it looks like we are going to be doing some errands today. We have to go to several places and tell them about our dilemma that we are in. So I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as possible. I hope it is pretty straight to the point and it's not dragged out. I'm going to go to the Dal Mill first and go from there. Oh wow. Oof. This is pretty brutal. Okay, let's see what happened here.
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Which is right here. Oh, but first, Torgal.
You were right, boy.
Doggy. Yeah, so they're just right through this door. Let's go ahead and see what's going on.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Okie dokie. Continuing on with my errands. Our first person is just right here, so let's go and talk to him.
Your own city. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
I mean, that is true. Jill did act pretty well, if I'm being honest. I don't think this was quite necessary for us to do. I kind of wish they just would have gone straight to the point, but I understand that they're just developing dialogue and whatnot. Here is Victor, though, so let's go ahead and talk to him.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
I feel like that's what they should have done from the start, is just go after the bandits instead of like waiting for them. Are they near here? Yeah, they're near.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Jill took that personally. Watch them spin around. Oh wait, there's a guy right here. He was standing right behind me. And he's gone. Oh, there's more. There you go. Oh, more. Oh, it's this guy. Okay, so that's gonna be probably a little bit troublesome, but probably not too hard. Ow. I think this is the only one of these enemies, the Sultans. I don't necessarily like fighting them just because these ones are a little bit annoying. But I mean, I guess that's like the point, because they're like the mini boss of like the whole area. That guy just got collateral damage because he was just in the way. Well, he is staggered. And hopefully I can get him in this one. I don't think so though. His meter is definitely going up really high. Or rather really fast. And yeah, it's already gone. There you go. He's dead. Woohoo! Torgal in a backflip though. I wonder if we'll have a cutscene after this. Probably, probably not, but we will see.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, that is one side quest done, hopefully. I don't know if we get to go to Martha next, and then the other place, I'm blanking on the name. But I'm hoping that the Dalimil stuff is finished, with that being said. So yeah, at a quick glance, the Dalimil stuff is finished. I think the next closest thing might be Martha's Rest? Yeah, it's Martha's Rest. So I'm just gonna go over here now. I feel so bad. Every time we go to these places, everyone is like injured. Okie dokie, so I just bought some potions as I need to get some more. And I have to go through these doors, and I'm sure there's going to be a cutscene, so let's go ahead and watch.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
I wonder how many more enemies there's going to be. They seem like they're ready to fight them.
The barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long.
Alrighty, well, like he said, it won't hold them for long. So we gotta help.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Oh, that's so interesting. The normal enemies are now this like weird Akashic version of themselves, which is what was happening to the soldiers whenever we saw them in the Akashic, like, I think dungeons and stuff. It's kind of crazy. I think everything will eventually be affected by this. And I have a feeling that we'll see even more stronger monsters with that being said, because this is just like the normal like level 1 enemies. But I'm pretty sure we'll see some stronger enemies eventually. I wonder if this is the last guy. I don't know if Jill will be able to take care of him. Yeah, okay, that was the last one. So they are gone, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a cutscene, as there's been a cutscene almost every time. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch it.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Alrighty, so I just gotta go to the lift now. Hopefully everyone is okay. Also very interesting to see that Wade is coming back into the story. I felt like he only appeared for like a moment and then he was gone, so this is actually pretty neat. I'm wondering if Wade's character will have a bigger appearance towards the end of the game and whatnot. Oh, I think he's there actually.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
So Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Guys, I'm getting flashbacks from the turtle. You guys remember when I first started playing this game? That turtle was like beating my booty talks. I never liked it. It's evil. Oh my goodness. The turtle is just so evil. It's constantly spinning and the way to attack it is just difficult. Just because a shell creates literally a shell and it will take no damage from the sides. I'm like so scared of it spinning towards me like that because it does so much damage. Like once you're in that little spin tornado thing it does, it will like keep taking you further away and then you end up taking so much damage from it. Also, I like how in Martha's Rest they're basically straight to the point. They're like, yeah, we have some enemies here, please go take care of them. That is what I like to see instead of like, hey, we have some villagers that are in a quarrel right now and we need you to go settle their beef. Like, I don't want to do that. Ow. Ow. This is what I meant. It spun away. It spun away from me. You know how in Mario, there's like the blue turtle? This is basically equivalent to that. You're in first place and this thing will just destroy you. It should be getting staggered here soon. Just about now? There you go. It's almost dead. Come on. There you go. Nice. And even now, towards the end of the game, at least I think it's like the end of the game, but like towards this part of the game, it's still annoying to fight that turtle. Never was a fan of it, if I'm being honest.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Okie dokie. Where is that? Looks like I'll have to go back up the lift and go down. Okay. I think that's towards Eastpool, if I'm not mistaken. Is it bad that I just tried tack sprinting in Final Fantasy? Like, I literally just double-clicked my analog stick to, like, tack sprint. That's crazy. All these people just standing here, all injured. I feel so bad for them. Okay, so this isn't too far at all. It's just right around the corner, I think. Alright, a bunch of goblins. I hope they like thunder.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
They're all just floating in the air. This looks so funny. Can you guys tell what's even happening? Because there's a lot. There's a lot happening. Alright, some more enemies. Oh no, it's the chocobos. Oh no, that makes me sad. The chocobos changed. Feels bad. Feels really bad. Never thought I'd see the day that happens. Is this the last one? What?
Something's coming.
What?
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
Yeah, that was so weird. It just went to a black screen because I defeated that thing so quickly. That was weird. Alright, this thing's already staggered. Nice. Thankfully this thing is not too bad. Not the turtle. The turtle is honestly so bad. So annoying to fight. This thing's not too bad. Alright, well it is staggered again. Hopefully we can get rid of it in this stagger. That's my hope. Nope. But it is almost dead. Wherever it went. There you go. It literally only had a little bit of health and it tried to do like the quake attack on me, which is where all the stuff from the ground goes up. It's like a bunch of little mini mountains attacking you, and it failed to get that damage off on me, but if it did, I think I would have been sorely disappointed in myself. Regardless though, I am glad that one wasn't too bad. The turtle was definitely worse. Definitely much worse. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Okay, but that is pretty cool. That Sir Rodney's nephew is basically going to be our squire now. That is so awesome because I believe Lady Hannah and Rodney are both dead, unfortunately, RIP. And this basically kind of has them living on through his nephew. I like that. I like that little touch. That's awesome. Anyways, we have one more place to go, and that is Northreach. So let's go ahead and head over to there.
First we find Isabel.
Alrighty. Ooh, what is that? What is that? I want that. What is it? Is that a chest? Oh my god, I missed a chest? Bonk. Every chest will be opened, I hope. Alrighty. So I just ended up buying some potions and I'm heading into town. This place always looks so cool to me. But unfortunately, there's really not too much to do here.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
To the garrison we go. Everything looks so scary. Like, honestly, if I was in this situation, guys, I'm pretty sure I'd be terrified. The sky's like purplish red. I don't know. That's kind of freaky. Not to mention, just like a bunch of random monsters are coming out of nowhere. Even more freaky. Anyways, we are pretty close to the dame. I'm pretty sure there will be a cutscene here. So let's go ahead and see what happens.
Please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall, because they are my charges and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I think we'll just see more Akashic, like, enemies there. Kind of a bummer that the soldiers in this area basically don't do anything to help protect their people. What is that thing right there? You guys see that, right? What is that? What is this? Oh, it's the Akashic Avis. Okay, it is gone. So I basically had to fight that thing just because I wanted this sparkly. And I was also curious to see what that was. I don't want to really fight too many NPC enemies because, like, I'm just trying to see if there's anything up here. And then I'm gonna go to the checkpoint. Okay, doesn't look like it, but look at how that one is sitting. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the checkpoint. Alrighty, let's get off our chocobo.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
And these are the thralls too. So these ones are the actual, like, monsters.
Should I pry?
Save your strength.
I like how Jill asked that, but these things are so easy to fight. I think there's only one more enemy after this one, unless there's gonna be more enemies coming in. Yep, there's more. The things might be picking up here because the Lich is here, and the Lich is pretty strong. He likes running. He's like, I don't want to fight you, but here I am. I'm gonna fight you. Alrighty, he's staggered. He took so much damage from that. I did like all of my moves on him. Oh my god, yeah, 37,000 damage on him. He's staggered, but he's also dead here. Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. I wonder if there's going to be more enemies or anything else we have to do here. But we will find out here soon.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Alrighty, seems like we are done with our side quest and all we gotta do is talk to Otto like Clive said. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast travel to him. I wonder if Dion and Joshua are okay now. I guess we'll find out soon. Maybe they haven't recovered, who knows? Maybe it'll take them longer. We'll see. But anyways, here is Otto, so let's go ahead and talk to him.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua! Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and end my video here. That last cutscene was very interesting, so it's nice to see that Joshua is back and that he will also be joining us to our next location. I don't think he'll be in our party for too long with that being said, but it is nice to see that he will be with us temporarily. It seems like we will be on a rescue mission for Mid, Gav, and the uncle. So yeah, I'm curious to see what will happen, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play some Final Fantasy 16 today, and with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, or evening. Take it easy and peace. Bye.
1, 2, 3, oh hey, it's nice to meet you.